Okay, this is the user guide for Tablepress. So first things first, you need to make sure it's installed, which you can do by going to plugins. You can either check through your active plugins, find out if it's there, or you can just type in Tablepress, which mine isn't activated. Do note though that you need to be a site admin to enable a plugin, so you may need to get them to do that for you. Just so happens I am a site admin, so I'll just enable it. Give it a sec, there you go. Right, and then it will now appear in the left hand bar of your WordPress dashboard. Now we haven't got a table, so we're going to create one. Give it a title, give it a description. Default rows and columns is fine. Right, okay. So this is where you add the content. Traditionally, the top row is for the headings of the table. And obviously the bottom ones are for content. So we'll just do that. And then this is the important part. So this shortcode here is how you embed it in a page. So we're going to do that. We're going to save the table, copy the shortcode from here, and then we're going to create a page to embed it on. Tablepress example will do as the title. Right, you need to make sure you're in text viewer, which is these buttons here. So text viewer, put the table ID in, publish, and then we'll view the page. There you go. So, right. So there are some things you can modify about Tablepress. So if we go back to our table in the Tablepress dashboard, here, right. So you'll notice on here it allows you to show however many entries you want, and you can also search. Now say you had a really long table and you wanted it all to be on display at the same time, you can go down to here where it says pagination and you can untick that box and then save it. It'll not show you on here because I've only got one entry, but that would show the entire table without it being on different pages. What you can also do is, say you didn't want a header row at the top of your table, you could untick this, save that, give it a refresh. Right, and now that would just be any other cell in the table, would no longer be the header. So say you wanted more rows, you could go here, table manipulation, say I want 10 rows, so I'll put 10 in there, add. Same for removing them, you can't tick them and then delete them. You can do the same for columns, so we'll add 5 more columns, add, there we go. Obviously mine has no content, but you can see where we're going. And that concludes the brief guide to Tablepress. If you do have any more questions, I will link a knowledge base article that I wrote in the description.